What's going on, YouTube? It's James with Schreiber Fantasy Battle Reports. I got the last battle report for you today, and it's ETC 2018 Zagreb, Croatia. Guys, it's the last battle report I'm giving you from ETC. After this, I'm going to change up my list entirely, and I'll get to that after the video. But basically, guys, this is the last one I got to give you. My team, Team Mexico, is actually pulling some weight, and we're getting out of the bottom tables. We've won the last two games against the United Nations and Slovenia. Slovenia, I didn't really help much, but against the United Nations, I actually helped get us that win. So the last round, we're going against Bulgaria. Now, Bulgaria, I know what you guys are saying. You're looking at the video, you're like, what the fuck? Didn't I watch this match last year? And yes, you did. Team Mexico played Bulgaria the year before in Spain, in Salamanca, in round 6. So you are watching the right video by coming on to here, and it's 2018. We're in Croatia, and we're playing Bulgaria again. Now, we have a couple key players that aren't here anymore. Like my brother wasn't on the team this year, so since my brother wasn't on the team, he's not going to be a factor into the similar matchups. But for the most part, the rest of the players are roughly the same. We don't have Hector as well, but that has nothing to do with anything really. I'm just like babbling. Anyways, guys, let's go over what I got. I ended up getting the Beast Herd player. Now, for the most part, and I showed it on my ESC game, that I wasn't really scared of Beast Herds. Beast Herds are pretty naked. My Wizard and my Spider Bunker should be able to handle Beast Herds pretty easy, as long as I get the flanks on them, or just get around them and be able to just pick at them with magic. Now, the one thing is, this my opponent here, he ended up playing a little bit different than my previous Beast Herd opponents. Let's see. My opponent is Luke Tranter, okay, and he is, let's go over the pictures first. Right here's my magic. For magic, I got Lightning Vambrace. I ended up taking the Hereditary spell. I took Hand of Heaven, Smite the Unbeliever, and Cleansing Fire. I didn't take the Foot of Gork or whatever, the Wrath of Gork, because there is a high possibility he's not going to be standing still. He has a close combat army. He's going to run forward towards me. For him, he ended up having Shamanism. He ended up taking Awaken the Beast, Swarm of Insects, Systemic Summon, and Break the Spirit, which plays a huge role. He also has 2 Totem Bearers. As you can see, this is how I lined up. I ended up taking first turn and just dropping everything. I put my Chariots on the hill so I could use the rerolls on the hill. And we're playing Breakthrough, so I figured he was going to play left side heavy, since the whole left side of the table is pretty open, but on the right side he has a rock and a building that's going to be in his way. So I figured if I put my smaller units like my goblins on the right side, I'll be able to just walk on up. Spider could choose which way he needs to go. If he needs to help the right side or the left side, he's going to just be right there. And then I just put it up like this. Looking back at this, I should have just moved the Spider all the way onto the left flank by itself, and the General's Bubble probably would have been fine. But don't remember it entirely. I'm going to be 100% honest with you. This is October 3rd when I'm recording this. This game happened about 2 months ago already, so there's a lot of shit that's just fuzzy in my memory now. I was kind of looking through the pictures and I was like, why the fuck did I do that? I don't remember entirely. So as you can see, this is his plates of his army. Now, he has a lot of conversions going on, so there, a lot of people were like, wait a second, are you playing lizards? What's up with the Triceratops? What's up with the raptors? It's a Beastman army. I totally get it. It's like an Amazonian woman army. Here you go. Here's the Amazons. They're on their dinosaurs. I get it. It's totally cool. Beast doesn't have to be described by a furry monster. It can be described by a lizard monster. But, as you can see, these are his centaurs. He has just a whole 2 blocks of centaurs. They have great weapons, I want to say. Let's see. They have paired weapons. Totem bears. Excuse me. Blackwing totems. He has his general, which is on the Triceratops, one of them. He has these other guys over here. He has a couple Razor Tusk chariots, and he has a bunch of Raider Tusk chariots, or Raider chariots, raiding chariots. Then he has these units of ambushers and scouts and gargoyles. And then, as you can see, this is how he is deploying. His general is on the Triceratops. His wizard's on another Triceratops. And that's basically how the table looks. What I'm going to do is, I think that's why I didn't put the spider on the left side. What I was hoping to do is I was hoping to draw him to the right side, and then if he starts to focus on that, I can scout my spider riders on the left side and then flank him and start picking wounds through his flanks. He was a smart enough opponent to see through that, and he totally did not do that. So anyways, going to go ahead and start off turn 1. Orcs and Goblins, Shyhammer turn 1. Shyhammer turn 1. I move up my Savages. I move up my Idol, which apparently was in front of my General. I'm not really afraid of his magic, because he doesn't really have anything that could do damage to my General, but I want to make sure I have a good General bubble. My Idol is just kind of chilling in the middle, helping out my Forest Goblins. Forest Goblins really aren't scared of his charges with his chariots because I have poison, I have a good leadership bubble, a whole steadfast. I really don't care. My original plan was to just move up those my Forest Goblins and just take the objective, but the problem is, since he is a beast herd player, he does have good control of the objective because he could just ambush later in the game. Magic, I end up getting whatever that is, a 7 on the Flux. Go ahead and I do a Hand of Heaven onto one of the Razor Tusk chariots and I blow it up. Boom! Round 1. What the? That's a great start. Hoping for some panics. No panics happen. Those guys are drunk anyways. Gonna go ahead and start shooting into his centaurs. End up killing off 3 centaurs here, and that's all that really happens. Gonna go ahead and start off his turn. Orcs and Goblins, or Beast Herds turn 1. Beast Herds turn 1. He charges his gargoyles into my squad there of the 20 guys. I'm just gonna go ahead and stand and shoot. I'm actually not too worried that I don't think it's a little too far. I don't think he's gonna make it. He does charge both chariots into the Forest Goblins, and I think they fail the charge, to be honest. Magic, he ended up getting a 7. Yeah, he failed the charge. He got a 7 on the Flux as well. And he goes ahead and he tries to do, I think, like a 4 or 5 dice. I think it was a 4 dice. I think it was a 5 dice 5. What is that? Swarm of insects, but he ends up turning it to triple 6s. So he ends up doing a couple wounds onto his wizard, his caster. But he ends up doing his Swarm of Insects, killing off 3 of my horde here, or my bastards here. He gives these guys Clouded Eye Totem, and these guys right here are going to start shooting into my savages, end up killing off 1 savage. I have my wolves chilling back here because I realized the wolves should be able to play a crucial role in chaff, because he doesn't really have many chaff clears. So basically, as long as I can keep the wolves out of line of sight, they'll be fine. Turn 2, Shyhammer turn 2. I'm gonna go ahead and charge into this chariot with the Forest Goblins, figuring, he left me a pretty easy charge. Now he goes ahead and he flees through his other chariot, and I'm gonna go ahead and redirect. Now it's a pretty far redirect, but I'm gonna redirect into his gargoyles that failed the charge, and he decides to flee them as well. So my Forest Goblins just kind of stumble forward. Oh well. I start moving the wolves out, basically just to get into position to help chaff in the next turn. What I've been doing with my spider is just trying to shoot some webs into those pretty much naked centaurs, and it didn't really work as well as I was hoping. Magic, I ended up getting a 6 on the Flux. Go ahead and I do Smite the Unbeliever on this guy. I'm hoping to lower his toughness, which I do, and then shoot him up, and because I'll have strength 3 shots, Lightning Vambrace, which is strength 3, and then a Hand of Heaven, which would be random strength. So I'm hoping that no matter what, if I lower his toughness, I'll be able to kill this Razor Tusk chariot. Now what ends up happening is he basically blocks everything else but the Smite the Unbeliever, which that sucks. Over here I'm going to shoot the web launcher into his centaurs. This is what I should have done to Smite the Unbeliever on. I hit him, but I don't wound a single one, but they still get the negative agility and negative DTs if they charge, which is fine. Let's go start off turn 2. Beast Herds turn 2. His gargoyles did not rally. They ended up running off the table, and basically his 2 chariots are just kind of running around now. Over here, it looks like I actually shot. I think I shot the Lightning Vambrace at his scouts there, because the scouts only have 4 guys left, and there was 10. So it looks like they lost a couple bodies. Again, I should just be focusing on the centaurs. I don't know why I'm focusing on these little ambushing units and scout units and whatever, but it is what it is. Alright. Magic he ends up rolling a 5 on the or 4 on the flux. Goes in and gets a totemic summon up onto the flank here. Oh, this sucks. And actually, it's a kind of a cool looking totemic summon with a raptor head and an ogre body. That's actually kind of cool. He ends up doing a wound onto my spider, probably with like pot shots. These ambushers pop up behind my bastards, and they start shooting tomahawks into my bastards, kill off 2 of them. And that's about it. It's going to start off Orcs and Goblins turn 3. Orcs and Goblins turn 3. Shyhammer turn 3. So now here's the big move. Here's the big move. I move the Forest Goblins all the way to the right. Move them up, right? And what he doesn't see is I actually see his flank with the Forest Goblins into his Centaurs. I move my General up because my dogs are chaffing his General's bunker and his Centaurs. Now, I move my spider up, and my plan is to get my General and my spider into his Centaurs, wipe out the right flank, get into his flank, and then force him to turn around. And when he turns around, my savages go in, right? My chariots have been leaving on the hill because the chariots have been playing this game of chicken with his chariots. So his chariot's so far away, he needs a 12, I need 11. I think I actually try to roll it twice, and I fail it both times, but it was just not that bad of a fail, so I just kind of chilled there for a turn. But it ends up happening again, which kind of screws me over later. And I really didn't know what to do with the idol because the idol was just in the way of the spider. I really wanted the spider into the Centaurs, and I wanted my General into the Centaurs. So I basically am saving the Wog for the next turn. They're going to both go in. As long as I should be able to get in. It's like a 6 on the charge for my spider with the Wog. It ain't that bad, right? Over here, I end up separating Bazooka and Chigo from the Bastards. I leave the Bastards there basically to shoot. What I'm going to do is I'm going to toss a breath weapon onto the Champ, have him do the breath weapon, force them off the table, and I'll breath weapon with Chigo if need be, right? And basically I'm going to keep my BSB and my Wizard alive that way. I'm going to lose the Bastards for it, but basically I'm keeping them chaffed. That's cool. So let's go into Magic. Magic, I end up doing a Smite the Unbeliever. I end up killing I lower their toughness. That's exactly what I did. I lower their toughness. I shoot the breath weapon. The breath weapon ends up killing off 7 of them. I couldn't get the other breath weapon off, but it causes a panic. They run through my 2 Spider Riders here, the Bastards, causes more DTs to take more damage. I'm hoping that it actually gets to a point where they don't rally because it's a quarter of their unit, but they barely get over a quarter left. Over here, these guys, I end up killing 1 or 2 of them. I don't even know how. Probably shooting. Oh, I think I just shot them with the web launcher, and I end up killing off because there was 13 to start, and it looks like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, there's only 9, so I kill 4 with the web launcher. I got to give her some points for that. That's why I didn't move all the way up. And that actually screws me over too, because I shot him with the web launcher. I should have just moved up my spider fully. But it's going to start off turn 3. Turn 3, he charges into my squad with his totemic summon, and he charges in with this Raider Chariot, right? He rallies these fuckers. Fuck him, man. Fuck him and his fucking Leadership 7 rally. It's bullshit. Magic, he ends up getting a 3. He goes ahead and gives my General Break the Spirit. He's trying to deter me from charging in so I can take DTs, but I'm only going to take 2 DTs. I probably will be fine. There's no forest I have to go through or anything, so I'm just going to take like 2 DTs. I'm like, that's fine. Over here, these guys shot over the head of their other guy and kill my Spider Riders. I don't even know if that was legal, unless they have bows. Do they even have bows? I'm going to check if they have bows. No, they have throwing weapons. But I think it's a -1 to shoot. I don't know. Only kills off 1, but the other one panics and runs. Over here, they ended up moving back, which I really didn't want him to move back. I wanted him to try to charge and clear some chaff. He's hoping to kill me, but basically the only thing I try to do is stop his swarm of insects at any shots he had. He ends up killing 2 dogs, but I left them inside my General's bubble. They're going to stick on the 3rd one. These guys are going to shoot, kill off 2 more, and 1 dog lives, which is just fucking awesome, because that 1 dog is going to chaff again. Over here, close combat, I end up doing 2 wounds onto the chariot. They end up just destroying a good chunk, but I'm steadfast. And it's going to start off turn 4, Orcs and Goblins. Turn 4, Orcs and Goblins. Here it comes, guys, on a 3, 2, 1. Whoa! I charge in. Now I'm charging the chariots into that unit way over there. I need a fucking 11 or a 12, but I do got a reroll. If I could get it, that is awesome. I'm going to basically destroy that unit. I don't get it. Alright. I charge my general. It's not in this picture. It's on the right side of the picture. I charge my general and the space rock into that unit of centaurs on the right. Now he does have a champ in that unit, so I need the spider to get in. Right? So my general gets in. The fucking spider fails. I rolled a 1, 2, 2, and I needed like a 6. I'm like, are you kidding, fucking space rock? Are you kidding? That right there, guys, I'm going to tell you right now, that's the game. That's the game. I needed my spider to get in that fucking charge. It wasn't even a fucking 9 charge or a 10 charge. It was like a 6. And my spider failed to fucking get in. Gotta be kidding me. This is honestly watching myself crumble really fast after that failed charge. I moved my savages up, I moved my idol up. You're probably like, well, you're probably fine because I still have the dog to chaff, right? Well, you'll see in a minute what ends up happening. My forest goblins end up just walking up, like so, to try to get into the objective. And I figured I'd just leave the squad behind. The squad's holding what they're doing and just let them fucking die. Magic ended up doing a lightning vambrace onto these jabronis over here, killing 3, causing a panic. They run through that other unit. That causes a panic. Actually, I don't think that caused a panic. I was hoping for a panic. They didn't panic. Over here, I end up doing 1 wound over there. I think a wound over here. I think I end up still sticking for another round, which was just fucking luck. Over here, close combat. He challenges the champ. I kill the champ. Okay, hopefully my spider can come into the next round. We'll see what ends up happening. He's steadfast. His BSB walked out the unit. It's going to start off his turn. Beaster's turn 3, I think this is. Turn 4. And I'm like, alright, as long as my spider gets into combat next turn, what ends up happening? Boom! This fucking chariot comes out of fucking nowhere. Gets a flank charge. Didn't even think he could fit in, but he does. He could touch the tip. He could close the fucking door. He could see me and everything. This is fucking bullshit. Where the fuck did this chariot even come from? Where the fuck did this chariot even come from? You know what's crazy though? Is I'm like, well, whatever. It's just a regular chariot. My fucking spider should be able to kick its ass. No, he has a charge and a flank, and I fucking fail to kill his ass, and it causes issues. Over here, he tries to charge into me, but he can't, so it's fine. We're just kind of playing this game of chicken over here. Over here, he chaps my savages from coming in, which is whatever. Magic, he ends up getting the best fucking magic phase. He gets an 8 flux. Goes ahead and he kills my dog finally. Goes ahead and gives my general break the spirit, which fucks me over on this one. And yeah. All this shit just adds up. He ends up doing a wound onto my general. My general ends up killing. I think there was like 9 guys there. Now there's only 5, 6, 7. So I killed 2. 2? And right now, this is the one turn. Not this turn. The next turn. I really just need to have him run off the fucking table. And I make the biggest, dumbest fucking move of the game. And it's my turn. Orcs and Goblins turn 5. Orcs and Goblins turn 5. I fucking charge the Forest Goblins in. After I charged the Forest Goblins in, I realized my mistake. After I charged the Forest Goblins in. I think I called the timeout after I charged them in. I charged the Forest Goblins in thinking like, oh, I could get a flank charge like that. What's going to end up happening, you guys will probably like, why? Your general needs help. No, the general needed to run past the fucking table. What ends up happening is the Forest Goblins are going to go in, and they're going to rip apart those 6 centaurs. And I'm not going to run with my general. And my general's in line of sight of his general. That's what's going to happen. Over here, close combat, or shooting. Actually, what ended up happening was my squad ran from his totemic summon. His totemic summon runs me down. So my bazooka and Chigo end up just splitting up like so, and killing his totemic summon with shooting and magic. Okay. And it looks like the chariot, too. Over here, I end up marching my savages even through the water because I'm trying to chaff his unit. I'm hoping he doesn't realize he could just charge his general out of the unit. That is a big hope due to the fact this is an ETC player. Okay? And basically what ends up happening, I don't have a picture of it, my general ends up killing the fucking unit with the horde. There's less pictures because right now I'm getting annoyed at the game. It's getting close to the end of the game. Turn 5. He charges his fucking centaurs into my savages. I already assumed my savages are dead. My savages are just gonna die. A horrible, horrible death. I'm in the fucking water. I don't have ranks. He's gonna charge into me, kill whatever, and I'm only gonna have flank hits. Now, over here, he charges into my general, of course. Of course! And, he gets in. Now, my general already has 2 wounds on him, so I'm like, my general's fucking dead. My general is a fucking paper defense. I fucking hate the Orc and Goblin general rules right now because there's just no way to get a tanky lord. And I wish, like this fucker that I'm fighting, he has 5 wounds on a chariot. He has a bluffer's helm. He has like, you know, I'm like, where the fuck? How come I can't get that shit on my fucking Orcs and Goblins? You know what I should do? Is I should make an beast herd army that's just proxy with Orc and Goblins. That way I could get all this shit, all the cool shit, the 5 wound lord with the fucking a rerollable helmet and shit. But no. Anyways, it's bullshit is what it is. This fucking wizard's still alive. How the fuck is this wizard even still alive? I don't even understand how this guy lived so long. Magic ended up getting a 5 on the flux. Goes ahead and throw up another totemic summon. He's going to just try to kill Chigo that way. Over here he gives this guy the Blackwing Totem. Couldn't really stop him. Whatever. Now, here's the biggest fucking failure on my part. If I didn't charge the Forest Goblins in, if I did not charge the Forest Goblins in, they wouldn't be this close. And after it happened, like I said, after it happened, after I fucking called the timeout, I looked at it and I was like, this was such a big mistake. Charging the Forest Goblins in, they're gonna watch my general die, and they're gonna run away like little bitches. And what ends up happening? Exactly that. He runs in, does like 4 impact hits, kills my general. My fucking Forest Goblins are only leadership 6. They fucking run off the fucking table like fucking pussies. What the fuck, man? What the fuck? This game just fucking, it just collapsed. The fucking Space Rock not going in fucking cost me the game. And I hate to say it, Super Orko was right. I shouldn't have fucking took a web launcher, because taking a web launcher made me play my fucking spider different. My spider would have been much more aggressive with the chaff, with the fucking all that shit, because if I didn't have that stupid web launcher. But I'm over here trying to like pick wounds, and then no, I fucked up. I just fucked up. Over here, I ended up killing. There was like, I think like 11 guys there. I ended up killing like 7 of them with my 4 guys on the side, or 3 guys on the side. Now, the thing is, he ends up killing a lot more. I lose combat. He has a charge, a flank, like, I don't know, 8 wounds. I have 7 wounds, a banner. But I didn't lose by much, and I fucking stick. And not only do I stick, I reform. Oh man. Alright, so it's gonna start off my turn. Orcs and Goblins turn 6. Orcs and Goblins turn 6. I don't reform. I move. Oh, that's why I stuck. I moved Crom all the way up to make sure they have the 3d6 leadership check. So I go ahead and I did that with Crom, obviously, but Crom gets charged by his fucking chariot, or I charged his chariot with Crom. I don't even know. Crom's dying. My chariots got charged by his fucking little ambushers. They ran. And yeah, my table and my spider's been stuck fighting that chariot for a while, which did a shit ton of wounds to me. And that's how the table looks. My turn. I'm gonna go ahead and put bazooka to the flank of those guys to try to force them off the table. I'm gonna do some magic into them. Magic. I end up rolling a 1 on the flux. Nothing really happens. My savages are actually doing a good job killing off the centaurs, but they're gonna lose because it's gonna be his turn next. Over here, the idol stuck fighting this fucking 1 chariot, and over here, my spider ends up killing the 1 chariot, but his general charges into the spider and is going to kill me. Over here, this is his turn, obviously, turn 6. He's going to charge into my savages with everything else he got. Magic, he rolls a 2. This gives this guy AP. These guys end up killing off my wizard, and these guys end up killing off my savages. I know the pictures are everywhere. Like I said, I was just extremely frustrated with this game. On the plus note, I got 1 point. But that's not really the plus note. This is actually probably the worst game I played. The worst game I played all ETC, ESC. So I was real frustrated. I was really like, I'm pissed at myself. I'm not pissed at my opponent. My opponent did a good job. He played how he was supposed to play. I'm pissed, and he didn't do any shady moves. He didn't do anything like, nudging his 2 units together or anything like that. I played a really piss poor game, and I'm upset at myself at this. Now, on the plus note, I'm watching Joseph's game, which is the table next to me. And I am not shitting you. I am not shitting you. Joseph calls me for a timeout, and he's like, James, I need your help. I go, sure. And I go over there, and he is asking me if he should charge his general on the bull into this combat with his 2 lizard lords. There's 2 like raptor lords that were in a unit together. I said, sure, go for it. I tell him go for it. What ends up happening is his opponent ends up sticking, right? He didn't lose his characters like he thought he would. And all of a sudden his opponent countercharges with 2 giant blocks of skinks, 2 Taurosaurs, and like a block of Saurian warriors, right? Well, apparently, since they were in a challenge, Joseph's bull sticks, and then his only unit that ended up coming in to help him out was a unit of goblins. And it was just the right positioning, right time. All of a sudden, I'm playing my game, and I hear, motherfucker! And I see the fist slam on the table. All the models shake everywhere, right? And this isn't my game. This is the game next to me. And Joseph's 1 character on a bull is the only thing left on the table. I don't even know what just happened. I have no fucking clue what just happened. But all I see is the bull is the only thing in the middle of the table after this giant combat with like 4 hordes, a couple monsters and whatever. And the only thing left is this fucking bull. I'm like, holy shit. So Joseph got a huge win. I think he got a 20-0. He might have got a 19-1. Yeah, he got a 19-1 against Georgie. But I only got the 1, so we kind of evened out, which that kind of sucks. I was kind of pissed off, but after I'm pissed off and whatever, Titty comes up to me. He's like, hey bro, I got 13 points. Neil got 13 points. Joseph got 19 points. Lucas got a 10-10. Alan got a 5, but Euron got an 18 and Charlie got a 15. We ended up winning the round. We beat Bulgaria. No thanks to me. Thanks for carrying the team, guys. Thanks for the team carrying me. Oh, man. I wish I could give you battle reports like I did the year before. I wish the year before I had winning streak at ETC. I think I only lost 1 game. Didn't happen to me this year. I had overconfidence in my little flanking unit, the bastards, and we'll go over that in a minute. Let me put this down. I haven't put it down in here yet. Let's see. Shyhammer, I got 1 point. Karak Anger got 19 points. Let's see. And I'm really proud of Joseph because Joseph, after we gave him the talk on like turn 2, he ended up just switching things around and becoming the killer we needed him to be. Alan got 5. Alright, let's see. Lucas got 10. Charlie got 15. Euron got 18. Euron ended up becoming a big time player, which is just awesome. I think that's everybody, isn't it? No, I'm missing Neil. Neil is 13. Alright, so for my points for my team, let me reorder this a little bit. I think Titty took, I'll put that here. So on the bottom of my team is actually Alan. Alan got a lot of bad matchups, but at the same time, I think Alan's list was just not competitive enough. Had nothing to do with Alan per se. It just had to do with his list not being as strong as we thought it would be. So Alan ended up only getting 17 points total for the whole tournament, which kind of hurt. Second to last is me. God damn it. I didn't even think I did that bad. Yeah, I only got 53 points total in the whole fucking tournament. Man, did I suck. I really sucked. Joseph got next up, which is 59 after taking 2 big losses in the first day. Neil ended up taking 65. Euron ended up taking 72. Lucas ended up taking 75. Charlie took 79. and Captain Titty took top spot with 81. Now, in all fairness, Charlie and Titty are great players, but I also did feed them the matches they wanted, so that way they could win for us. And we ended up finishing relatively high. We ended up getting 13th place, I think it was. Let's see, where's Mexico at? Mexico. Let's see if it's still on there. Yeah, we ended up finishing at 13th place. We ended up taking 2 penalties for late turn-ins. And if you guys don't know that, at ETC, you don't turn in your scores late. If you do, you lose points. So we lost 2 points. Due to one of the games was mine. I think it was against my Slovenia guy. We ended up losing a point. But we got 13th place, and surprisingly enough, we ended up being the top team of the North American countries. We beat Team USA by 1 point. By 1 fucking point. My last point in that last game. Oh, that's horrible. That was horrible. Man, if I did any better, if I got like 2 15s, that would have been 30 points, and those 2 15s instead of like those really low scores I got, like the 1 and the 5, that would have pushed us up to like top 10. No problem. But man, did I suck. My dice sucked. I sucked. My model sucked. My army sucks. I just sucked. I was just beating myself up about that. And my team was so happy. We beat Team USA. We beat Team Canada. Poor Team Canada. I think everybody beat them. They did. But you know what? I'm glad that they came out. And overall, we had a great time. I had such a good time with my team. I had such a good time just playing the game and getting out, and it was just fun. It was just a lot of fun, and like I said it in an interview with Dragons Den. It's just, if you have an opportunity to go, just go. Even if it's being a coach for your team, be a coach for your team. I know a lot of people find that disrespectful. They're like, oh, if I'm going to spend that money, I want to play. Dude, it's fun just being a coach at these events. Alright, so I got pictures here of the overall winners, and I don't remember. Again, it's 2 months ago. As you can see, this is just kind of everybody getting ready for the award ceremony. And there's a bunch of the awards. This is also, I don't know what the little tanks are for, but I'll go over that in a bit. There's Woody. There's Woody sporting his little saw blade there that Nika made. And anyways, I don't even know what everybody's cheering for. Everybody's just cheering and clapping for some shit. I don't know. I'm a really bad reporter at this shit. I don't remember. It was 2 months ago. Anyways, Team New Zealand ended up getting the best sportsman. That's awesome for them. We ended up having, I don't think I have the picture of it, but what was it? Team Montenegro ended up taking best paint, and I don't think I have a picture of them. Mr. Coco here, I think he took 3rd place. It was either 1st, 2nd, or 3rd place for the ESC. And that's what this picture is here. This is the guy who took 1st place at the ESC. And this is 3rd place at the ETC, which went to Germany. Let me just double check that. Yep, Germany took 3rd place at the ETC. This is them collecting that award. And 2nd place, which was very controversial, was Team Poland. And Team Poland, only these like 2 guys walked up on stage to collect the award, because the rest of the team actually disappeared. Because I don't know, I'm just reporting what I know, or what I heard at least, which was Team Poland was really pissed off that they didn't take 1st place. So a lot of them didn't bother going up for their award. What Poland is saying is that they didn't hear it getting called, but if they didn't hear it getting called, but 2 of their other members heard that it getting called, there was a lot of drama between Poland and the ETC. I don't know. I just hear shit. I can't really tell you what really happened. People are like, tell me what really happened. You were there. I was like, I wasn't there at Poland's table, table 1 or 2. I'm at the fucking middle tables. I don't know what the fuck's going on, table 1 or 2. But 1st place overall went to Team Spain, and I'm actually really happy for these guys. These guys, it's well deserved. They played their hearts out, and they got first place. You know, they were so happy. They were like singing and dancing up there. Everybody was cheering for them. So good for them. Not only that, but I ended up catching the plane back to Madrid with Team Spain, which is just hilarious. It was just random. I was just like, oh, I guess I'm stuck with these guys. It was pretty funny. The whole plane was full of Team Spain and a couple of my teammates. Here's a picture of me and Titty. This is the last day that I ended up spending with Titty. Titty's a great guy. It was a lot of fun with him. He made my trip this year. Last year was Joseph. This year was Titty. As for my models, my individual models, let's go over that really quick. Last place obviously goes to the 5 Raiders, but they're there just for chaff purposes. They did decent. Last place actually is a big upset for me. It is Crom the Conqueror. Crom didn't do shit in the ESC. Crom ended up getting 6th place, but in this one he ended up getting 8th. And that's actually pretty depressing for me for Crom. For the K-Pack, they ended up getting, or not the K-Pack, the squad ended up getting 7th place, which is pretty pathetic. But the squad is actually a pathetic unit. It's just there for scoring purposes. For them to get 7th place over Crom actually means Crom did pretty pathetic. The K-Pack ended up getting 6th place, which is pretty bad as well. K-Pack usually pulls in a lot more points. They only did it against, it looks like they only did it against Baus and Slovenia. So, Bushwhackers ended up taking 5th place, which is actually pretty solid. It's kind of where I expect them to be, is 5th place. They actually took 5th place in the ESC and the ETC. The Space Rock. Wow! The mighty have fallen. Usually the Space Rock and the A-Rock are 1st and 2nd place, or 1st and 3rd place. Space Rock is only 4th place right now. Only by 5 points, though, because 3rd place went to Dread. Warboss Dread, Iron Tooth. Warboss Dread ended up taking the 3rd spot. Pretty solid, actually. 28-27. I actually like Dread. He didn't even get involved in the Slovenia game. He was a leadership bubble, and he actually was a decent model. It just, the defense on him sucked, so he had to get into fights that he had to pick himself. 2nd place goes to the Bastards, Bazooka and the Bastards. And honestly, if you would have told me ahead of time who do I think would have took 1st place, I would have gave it to this unit. I mean, 3,700 points is no joke. They actually took more points than the Space Rock, Dread, Bushwhackers, some of them combined even. But 1st place, which is actually kind of an upset for me, is the Savages, the Savage Orcs, Biggins. They ended up taking 4,226 points, so it's a solid 1st place. Holy shit. And yeah, Space Rock actually might be 3rd place. Space Rock actually would have more points from that Chariot. Chariot's probably 200 points roughly. So Razor Tusk Chariot's 230. Yeah, I didn't include that in. So Space Rock gets a little bit more points. Space Rock will be 3rd place, then Dread 4th. But yeah, Foot Clan took 1st. And guys, I apologize that my battle report's all over the place. I do have 5 more games coming to you from the Dragon's Den tournament, and not only that, but in 2 weeks I'm actually leaving to go to Virginia for Mayhem in the Mountains, or Mountain Mayhem, whatever the name of Gene Phelps' tournament for Wargaming from the Balcony is. I'm gonna go head over there for that tournament very soon. But guys, I just wanted to get you this last battle report for ETC coverage. And guys, I really enjoyed it. I really had a good time. It was a fun event. I really loved it. And I can't wait till next year. Next year I'm going to go back to Serbia for ETC. But I do need your help. And if you guys can, go to my Patreon. Anything helps. $1 to $5 to $10. Everything really does help. I'm going to get you guys more content. I also have to get you a video of the finished star that I finished on James Star banner. Or some of you guys called it the communist banner. But it's not a communist banner. I actually looked up the fucking symbol for communism, and it's not that specific fist. But guys, I hope you guys are enjoying this. Like I said, if you guys could throw any donations, everything helps, and help me get to Serbia next year. And besides that, guys, hit like, hit share, hit subscribe. And I'm really glad that I got this. I'm really glad that I got to go to Croatia. This event was just a great event. It was actually a great venue. I had such a great time with my team. My team was just all-around great guys, and I can't wait to see them next year. I hope that I could keep most of the team together intact next year, because I think that we have a better chance next year than we did this year. And not only that, I hope to see a bunch of you guys that were on other teams out there next year. Even though I might trash you a little bit in battle reports, it doesn't mean anything except for trash talk on battle reports. I think some of these guys are great guys, even if the games went south. And yeah, and I promise you, next year I will not be as rusty as I was this year, and I will have a better list. So guys, until next time, take care and peace.